Joining us live now, U.S. Marine Colonel Brendan Kearney, and thank you for joining us. You served as Chief of Staff for the Marines in Europe, worked with NATO. So our question now is, after 3 days of battle, Russia has yet to take any major cities. So what do you make of that?
First of all, Juliette, thanks for having me with you tonight. I'm not surprised that Russia is having so many problems. First of all, the standard rule of thumb in the art of military, the art and science of the military occupation, is that the defender to offender ratio, you want to attack with at least 2 to 3 times the number of defenders that you're going against. So the Russians have vastly, I think, underestimated the number of personnel they were going to need. And then, quite frankly, the other aspect of this that I think the entire world is watching with amazement is the willingness of the Ukrainian people to defend their homeland and to do it well. And all in all, you combine those things, and the Russians have got themselves into a real fix.
Do you think Russia was caught off guard on this? The Ukrainian military vastly outgunned, but the civilians are certainly taking matters into their own hands. So do you think Russia was expecting them to put up this kind of a fight?
No. I think the Russians and the Russian people as a whole are great students of history. I think they forgot their history in this case. The Ukrainian people during World War II heroically defended Ukraine against the German invasion. The fight down there lasted a number of years and the casualties were horrendous, but the Ukrainians were proud of the way they fought, and I think they want to make sure that they hold their ancestors, they fulfill their ancestors' expectations with this latest invasion.
All eyes obviously on Ukraine. So I'm curious, what is the U.S. involvement now or in the days moving forward?
I think it'll be done on a number of levels. First of all, we've been hearing about the ammunition and the resupply that's going into Ukraine. And that's something that's easy to accomplish. All you literally have to do is get the ammo to Poland, get on the border, and pass it across the border to the Ukrainian military. The other thing that we're going to, I think, have to do, and our military could be involved in this in Poland and the other eastern countries that border Russia, is to help with the humanitarian and disaster relief. We're very, very good at that. And it wouldn't surprise me to see field hospitals, tent cities, those type of things being put up so we could assist the Ukrainian people that are now going to be refugees outside of their own country.
Military service is mandatory in Russia, but if we look at the historical context of this all, volunteer forces are more powerful. What do you make of Russia's military capabilities?
They are significant. You can't take that away from them. They're a modern military. They possess nuclear weapons. But as you said, it's a conscript military. They traditionally have been poorly led. They have a terrible history of hazing and harassment within their junior enlisted ranks that does not bode well for any military that is going into offensive operations. The discipline of the organization is questionable. They've got a hard time going against these Ukrainian troops who are extremely well motivated. They're well trained. They may not be as well equipped, but I'll take a group of people any day, soldiers that are well motivated, are reasonably well trained, reasonably well equipped, and you could defeat a much more larger group of military forces that are attacking you.
All right. Colonel Brendan Kearney, thank you so much for your time this evening.
Thanks, Juliette.
Thank you.
In other news tonight, federal agents are warning U.S. companies to reinforce their defenses following cyber attacks in Ukraine. They say that American firms should be on the lookout for destructive malware from Russia that could threaten their daily operations. Angels say additional disruptive cyber attacks against organizations in Ukraine are likely to happen and may unintentionally spill over to organizations in other countries.
Tomorrow on